This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, it's just about a minute away from opening tip here tonight from Cadillac High School. You're watching boys basketball on 26 Sports and CCTV. I'm Dan Gussert. Jason Main will be joining me in a little bit. Tonight, the Cadillac Vikings play host to the McBain Ramblers in a special events game. Tonight is the coaches versus cancer game. The Cadillac basketball team will be wearing special jerseys for tonight's event. McBain has already had their coaches versus cancer game. Both teams coming in off of some pretty good starts to the year. McBain with just one loss coming in tonight under Coach Copeman, off to another solid start. And the Vikings under Coach Bensenberg have started out the year very well also. Should be a great match, everybody. We're just a few seconds away from our announcement about the national anthem. And then we'll take care of some starters and we'll get the game going.
Cadillac High School would like to remind all spectators of our responsibility to respect both teams, all coaches, and game officials. If you witness unacceptable behavior in the stands of the facility, please contact game management. Thank you for your assistance in helping us maintain the highest standards of educational athletics and sportsmanship. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedom we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts in our country.
And I think we're just a second away from our national anthem here. All righty, we'll get you the starters here as they are introduced over the PA system here. Starting with the visitor, McBain Ramblers.
And now the starting lineups for your McBain Ramblers. At guard, senior number 3, Daniel Quist.
Dan Quist is a senior. He wears number 3. Justin Camphouse, also a senior, wearing number 20.
At center, senior number 12,
Garrett Verberkmos, wearing number 12, is another senior.
Senior number 30,
Chase Pilkis, he wears number 30, is also a senior here tonight.
At forward, senior number 34, Logan Rodenbaugh.
And the final starter for the McBain Ramblers, number 34, Logan Rodenbaugh, also a senior. And here come the Vikings.
At guard, senior number 3,
Charlie Rundstrom, wearing number 3. He is a senior.
At guard, junior number 34, Tip Baker.
Wearing number 34 tonight is Tip Baker, a junior.
At forward, senior number 4, Cale Nicholson.
senior Cale Mickelson wearing number 4.
At forward, junior number 22,
Logan Wild, he wears number 22. He's a junior.
forward, senior number 40, Raphael.
And senior, number 40, Aiden Raphael. So we've got the coaches versus cancer game tonight. And as the game goes on, for the Cadillac players tonight, we will let you know who they're playing for, who they've kind of dedicated tonight's game to. For the Cadillac coaches, they are all wearing a jersey to honor former Cadillac High School counselor and boys basketball coach Jeff McDonald. They all have the Coach Mac jerseys on, as he is affectionately known around this parts. And here we are with opening tip. Looks like Garrett Verberkmos will win this tip. And here comes McBain, and Cadillac jumps out into a man defense. Coach Bensenberg and I were talking before the game, and one of the things he thought would be key tonight would be how well the Vikings would be able to keep McBain off the glass in this game. So we'll watch for that. This is Dan Quist with the ball. He swings it over to Camphouse. That's Justin Campos. This is Garrett Verberkmos, and it's come all the way across to Quist, and he's going to go baseline. He's unable to get his first shot in. They do get an offensive rebound, and it's not good. Baker gets this rebound, and back come the Vikings. Charlie Rundstrom over to Cale Mickelson. McBain in there, man defense. Tip Baker slows it down for a minute. It's almost taken away from him by Quist. Vikings will take it out on the side here, and that's Cale Mickelson. You can see on the backs of their jerseys tonight who they are playing for. If we get close-ups of those. Tonight's jerseys that the Vikings are wearing are paid for and sponsored by the Emmington Insurance Agency and Adix Team Uniforms. So we have a steal right there by number 34, Logan Rodenbaugh, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Foul of the game goes to number 4, Cale Mickelson. He makes the first. That one's a little long. Baker with the rebound. He's trapped, but he dribbles out of it. He finds Rundstrom. It goes into Raphael. He's pinned down deep. And he travels. On a good double team down on the corner down there. So 2 possessions for the Vikings, 2 turnovers. Back comes McBain with the ball. They are very patient in their man offense. Well, we've got an illegal screen called. First foul of the game against McBain. Yeah, he is. We're trying to get Jason Main's mic up and running, folks. Well, hopefully we'll get him going pretty soon. Raphael with a wide open 3, and he drains it. 3-1 early in the game here tonight for the Cadillac Vikings. Aiden, who just drained that 3-pointer, is playing for Don Smerdich. That shot is off right there by Justin Camphouse. Mickelson's going to inbound it to Tip Baker. The McBain retreats to half court. Wild with the ball. He's going to penetrate. And we have a blocking foul called. Looks like Wild will step to the line here. We'll see who that foul is called on. Pilkis his first. Logan is off with that shot. Logan tonight. Wearing number 22 in the purple and yellow. He's playing for special representation. No luck on Jason's mic yet. We'll keep trying, everybody. 3-1 Vikings early in the game. And it looks like Mickelson may be picking up his second foul. That's not one he wants to get right there. As number 34, Logan Rodenbaugh, slides to the basket, gets that pass, goes up and is fouled, and he's going to get 2 more free throws. We're getting somewhere on Jason's mic as he is now hearing Heather, our director, really well in the truck. Unfortunately, it's his microphone part of his headset that isn't working. So Rodenbaugh drains that one. He's going to get a second attempt. I want to mention, too, that the McBain Ramblers, who, like I said earlier, have already had their Coaches versus Cancer game, did present Cadillac Schools with a check for $200 to help with tonight's special event. Well, it's very nice of that community and that school system to do that. Ball goes out of bounds just off of Dan Quist, front of the water cooler over on the Viking bench. 3-3 is our score, 5:06 to go. You're watching boys basketball here on 26 Sports and CCTV. Our camera crew tonight, we've got Damian Brooks, Gabby Long, and Caden Darrow. In the truck, taking care of all the graphics tonight, it is Abba Granatus, and Heather Stilson is our director tonight. Nice patience right there by the Vikings, leads to a Tip Baker three-pointer. Both teams being very patient on the offensive end. The Vikings with a couple of turnovers. And now they've switched to their little odd front zone with Logan Wild up top with that long wingspan. Drop step pivot and 2 for Garrett Verberkmos. His first basket of the game. And going to the basket strong is Logan Wild again. That'd be Evan Bohr. Sorry about that, Evan. He's going to draw 2. And we have a second foul on Camp House. So 2 of our combatants here tonight with 2 early foul trouble. 2 early fouls called and in trouble. Cale Mickelson of the Vikings. Camp House for the Ramblers. Connor Murphy, number 22, checked in as Wild goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Bohr goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Got it wrong again. Sorry, Evan. McBain swings it around with a pretty good looking jump shot up top. Was number 22, Connor Murphy, but it was not good. The Ramblers get a rebound and maintain possession. This is always a big battle between these two schools. It's been going on for probably about 8-10 years now. Both programs have been very solid. We see a Baker steal. He goes coast to coast. Back comes McBain on a backdoor cut and off the glass. Rodenbaugh, that'd be Logan Rodenbaugh for 2.
So McBain is still taking it, number 32. Daniel Rodenbach gets a shot and a foul. Looks like a foul off the ball. And they're going to call a push, I believe, on Charlie Runstrom, number 3. It's an off-the-ball foul, so the basket is going to count, and McBain is going to retain the ball underneath, which makes it 10-9 in terms of the score. Cadillac's winning. McBain inbounds underneath to Verberkamos, and he is double teamed there, but escapes the double team, misses the layup, and it's going to be a foul on McBain. Looks like he went over the back to try to get the ball. Cale Mickelson does a nice job of boxing out. While we have a quick second, our sponsors tonight are Cadillac Castings as a presenting sponsor, Cadillac Tire, Fox Motors of Cadillac, and Pizza Plus. If you'd like to be part of that, the phone number for that is 577-1844. Cadillac comes down, and they are getting in their offensive set here. Aiden Raphael dribbles baseline, kicks it out to Evan Boer for a 3. He comes up short, and it looks like we're going to get a foul on Charlie Runstrom here, trying to go after a loose ball. So the refs are calling it fairly tight tonight, and they want to clean up any excessive stuff that goes on the rebounds. With a little foul trouble now, Charlie has his second, and Jake Roberts checks back in the game, along with Alec Barcheski. Alec Barcheski tonight. Alec Barcheski is playing for Thomas tonight with his jersey, and Jake Roberts tonight is playing for Mrs. Wheeler. Coming down, Tip Baker gets a steal for the Vikings and leads it, brings it to the forecourt. McBain still in a man. Jake Roberts kicks it to Barcheski, over to Cale Mickelson. Cale Mickelson drives baseline, but is unable to get the layup to go. And McBain comes back in transition, finds Rodenbach. Rodenbach dishes it to Verberkamos. Verberkamos back out to Rodenbach for a 3, and it is long. Rebound by Cale Mickelson. He finds Tip Baker, and Tip's going to slow it down and get an offensive set here with 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Jake Roberts over to Evan Boer. Evan Boer dribbles with his left hand to Cale Mickelson. Cale Mickelson for 3, in and out. And a long rebound comes to number 24, Caden McGillis. And he drives, but he's called for a travel first. So checking in for McBain is number 3, Daniel Quist, and number 25, Grayson Verberkamos. And looks like Aiden Raphael is checking in for Cadillac. He's going to replace Barcheski with 33 seconds left. Cadillac is in the lead of the game as 10-9 right now. And Tip Baker comes down, looks to get potentially one shot for the Vikings, either one shot or a layup. He's going to get a carrying call, kind of a rare call, but apparently he did. McBain will get the ball back, 25 seconds. Barcheski checks back in for Raphael. Little offense-defense substitution for Coach Benzenberg. Does not want Aiden to pick up that extra foul. And Alex is a very good defender for the Vikings. McBain kicks it over in the corner to number 32, which is Rodenbach, and he dribbles baseline and steps on the line. So 15 seconds left. And here comes Aiden Raphael and Charlie Runstrom in for some offensive substitutions, replacing Roberts and Barcheski. Cale Mickelson inbounds the ball. McBain is set to press a little bit just to slow the ball down. 10 seconds left. They get the ball to Tip Baker. He's guarded by Quist with a high screen to Aiden Raphael. And he dribbles baseline, throws up a floater with 2 seconds left. Cale Mickelson with the rebound, and the time is going to actually run out on the first quarter. So with a 10-9 lead for the Vikings, we will take a quick break and be back with the second quarter action.